Hello, this is Rules again. I wanted to do a video about the Undermine Journal website while I had some time here. I will be a little pressed for time, so I'm going to try to get through things quickly. Now, a lot of people are scared to use the Undermine Journal or don't know the potential of the site. I know for the longest time I didn't use it because, I don't like charts and graphs and a lot of numbers and things like that, so I just kind of didn't care about it. And I know a lot of other people have that same mentality, so I wanted to give kind of the dummies guide to the Undermine Journal. I'll be leaving a lot of stuff out if you want in-depth of what everything means and everything like that, then this isn't the video for you. This is just, if you've never went here before, this is how you use it. And let me log out here and I'll show you. If you are just on the main page of Undermine Journal, you'll want to log in. There's a little login on the upper left here to unlock all the features of the journal. You don't actually make a username or anything. You pick from things that you already have accounts for: Google, Facebook, Yahoo, AOL, something else, and you can log in to those, and it will set you up a little profile on the Undermine Journal, and it'll take you to a page. Once you've signed in and everything, it'll take you to a page that looks like this, but I'm going to get back to that in a second. The first thing you need to do is pick your faction and realm from the list here. They have Alliance, Neutral, or Horde. If you have EU realms, you have to click the little link over here and it'll show you the EU realms. These are all the US. I'm on Tyrellian Alliance, so I'll go down to Tyrellian Alliance, click it. It has some blogs and stuff that you can read. We're more concerned with the little item search that it puts at the top of the screen here. You can search for basically any item. I'll search for one that's not on the auction house as much, just to show you what that looks like. This is just a bright belt. It's like a level 19 cloth belt. You'll notice you get the little icon. If you click on the name right here, it'll take you over to the Wowhead page for that item. So on the right hand side here though is all the information that's important and why you come to Undermine Journal. Is how many available in the auction house. Well, that's going to be 0 right now for this item. Now they only update every hour or so, and it's not exactly on the hour, so it can be up to an hour off if something has happened recently. So the price under that is the market price, the going price on your server. If there are some listed here, this will list the price of the lowest one. If there's nothing listed, it's just the average price. Now under that is the mean, which is like the middle ground for what stuff is posted at, which means it can be below that or above that. That's kind of just like a middle price that you can go by if there's nothing up here and you want to know what to list it as. Last seen is 8 hours ago. This is basically, if it's something that's not on the auction house a lot, it kind of tells you when's the last time it's been seen, so you can see if something's rare or not, basically, by looking at that. Under here it gives you some broader data. I chose a US Alliance realm and a faction, so it's going to give me the US Alliance overall data. So you'll see the price, the market price for all US Alliance realms, or whatever realm choice that you had picked, and the mean price. Under that is just some item data like deposit costs. It's really good to use this if you don't know what something's worth. It's not in your add-ons like your auctioneer or something in the game. You can come here. This is server specific data about what it is worth and how often it is posted. Um, so that's the basic functionality of our Undermine journal. Is you can come here if you're buying or selling something. At the bottom of the page, we're going to skip all these little graphs and everything because I told you this is just basic. At the bottom of the page is recent sellers. This are people that have sold it recently in the past. If it's some mass market item like ore or something, and you see people that have listed, hundreds and hundreds of them in the last 96 hours, then you may want to look at their seller page. If you click on it and get some information about them or try to talk to them in game or something like that. And then recent sales is something you have to actually turn on in your options, but it'll show you items, these items that have recently sold, who sold them, they sold at, how many days basically that it was on the auction house, or how many minutes before it sold, and all of that. I'll show you how to turn that on in a minute. But we're just really good data, but that's basic. That's not why I'm making this video. I want to show you what to do to make money using Undermine, and that's with market notifications. Now, what market notifications are, I didn't know if this existed until I was actually listening to an episode of Power Word Gold with Flux. That's powerwordgold.net. So there's his shameless plug, and I'm on that show ever so often, so I'll plug it. But basically what it does is you can set up for it to send you an email or an RSS feed update when certain things happen. So if I'm really interested in this bright belt, I want it for an alt or something like that, there's none on the auction house, I can come here and set it to notify me when one shows up on the auction house. So it'll just send me an email. I'll be on my cell phone in the living room or something. It'll send me an email. It'll say the bright belt's on the auction house. I'll know to come in here, log on, buy it. If it's a mass market item like ore, I can set it to notify me when it's cheap. I can put in a price and it'll send me an email when it's cheap to buy it. You can do this for sellers as well. If you go to a seller's page, you can notify when they post new auctions. If you're trying to follow someone so you know what they're posting and when and everything like that. Or you can look up your own character on this and it will tell you when they are undercut. I wouldn't do that for something like ore or gems where you get undercut a lot, because you'll get a lot of emails. But if you're posting little rarer things that you shouldn't really get undercut on, you can get it to notify you when you're undercut. And that's just go to notifications about halfway down the page for items or sellers, and you can set up the parameters. Like I said, cheapest to buy, available buyout, or when the market price hits a certain amount. If you go back up to the left once you're signed in, you hit controls, it will take you to this page. This is just at the top your notifications that you've been sent. Below that is the email address. Now that's optional. You can just have it send you RSS feeds. But if you put in an email address here, it'll email you the same information. Now, I didn't blank out my email. If you can see it, I don't care. That's not the one I use for WoW anyway. Below that, you see all the notifications that you have listed, if you have any, here, and some basic information about the things that you're following. So that's how many are available, the price it's going at, when it was last seen. If you want to delete a notification, you can hit the little X beside it, and it'll delete it and will no longer notify you. at the top here, once you have your list, you can export the list, and it'll be a copy and pastable version of your notifications. These do expire every so often, so I keep a backup just if I ever have to put them all back on or anything. This also means that someone can have a pre-made list, and I'll list some in the video notes here, where if you don't want to go to every single items, or you don't know what items are rare, or what you should be looking for, you can go here, and there will be sites that people have listed their notifications for. You can just straight copy those, paste them into this box at the top, choose what realm you're worried about, and hit import, and it'll put all of their things on there for you. Note that you have a maximum of 500 notifications, so if there's a lot of items you're following, or you have a lot of realms or factions, say you're on the Alliance and Horde of a server, so you want information on either, know you have a 500 limit for everything, so you can eliminate some stuff if it doesn't matter that much, if you're hurting for space here. And but I would really recommend people use this feature. This is why I started using Undermine Journal and why I still use it. You can still, come here and look up prices, what it's been going for on your server, anything like that, but nothing beats the functionality of there's something you're looking for. You need a piece of gear. It's not on the auction house. You don't want to log in every hour or so and check for it to see if it's there, and you find out it was there but somebody's already bought it and all this kind of stuff. Just set up a notification. The Undermine Journal can send you an email when that item is available. You just check it, log on, buy it, and move on. And you can spy on other sellers using this. You can follow sellers and see when they're posting stuff. If you go to someone's seller page, there is some nice information about when they actually post stuff. So if you notice someone selling the same things as you, you can try to post when they're not on. But this is where your real money with Undermine Journal. And whether you're looking for $10,000 rare recipes that only show up on the auction house every 6 months, or if you're looking for Elementium ore under a certain price, I mean, it's still helpful either way. So hopefully I have at least convinced someone to come check out Undermine Journal here, and just check the links in the notes I put under to see it's an easy way to get started using the site here. And you can also follow me on Twitter. It's @formerruling with no space or anything. I don't post very often on there, but if you send me a message, I will answer you, and we can talk or whatever. But you can also subscribe to my channel here. I will be putting far more videos, I hope, in the next weeks related to WoW and WoW gold making. So have a great day, and thanks for watching.